His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
On 1st down, Watson. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. Down the numbers. There he goes. Refusing to go down. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes to throw once more. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
at their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens.
Anthony Hitchens.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, partner, you know, thinking of rookie wide receivers like him, there have been some recently that have come into the NFL and made a splash immediately in the last handful of years. We've seen OBJ, Mike Evans, Michael Thomas, all top 1,000 yards in their first seasons. Do you think this kid has what it takes to follow in their footsteps?
I think he certainly does, talent-wise, no question about it. The high expectation being drafted in the 1st round, well, they'll weigh heavily on him. But here's the deal. It's not as easy being a receiver in this league as a lot of people think. They think you just run downfield and catch the football. He's got to read defenses, get away from the more physical guys, go up and make contested catches, much more so than you do in college. Luckily, he's not a quarterback or even a running back where maybe expectations are even a bit higher. All the same, they expect him to contribute and right away.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. From 10 yards out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in.
And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very... Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
That makes the score.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Johnson now returning and able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston set to take over, and they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener, but this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Watson on the keeper. Fumble on the play.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline.
Step out.
Yeah.
Johnson on, it's poked free. Football's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
To throw is Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Watson's pass complete to Duke Johnson.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
There's a good reception there by Will Fuller. And if you're looking for breakout players in 2020, he's a big-time candidate for it because he has a rapport with Deshaun Watson. And now with DeAndre Hopkins no longer in Houston, he could be their top receiver.
Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Pass complete from Watson to Akins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Texans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Watson looks to throw again. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Running room at the 50. Look out. He will score.